Alright, here we are with another match. We'll have to mulligan this one back. And this one's keepable. We'll keep this one. And next, play the battlement. So basically, the edge for this deck against the Delver decks comes in uh, trying, basically just trying to resolve more threats than they can counter. Um, Sounds simplistic and basic, but that's pretty much how it goes. Um, so with that in mind, things like Sprout Swarm becomes really good in this deck because you can. It's a threat that is at instant speed, so you can play it during their end phase, force them to tap out, and then on your turn, play something bigger. Uh, Sentinels also, as it comes in at 3, and then the additional copies are just triggers that come out. So there's no way to counter one. All right, so that's less good. We're just gonna play it, and then next turn we'll try to resolve. This is probably the slowest start we could. Well, I mean, not the slowest start. You could just knock out lands or something. But all right. So we'll pitch the Crusher. Uh, Most likely we're just going to be casting it for 5. Uh, and then Spider's going to be really good. This is Del. Horse feet. Well, uh, and now from here we have to get rid of it. If we hit we have a also pretty good. We should just play this. It might get countered. And the spider's gonna go a longer way in holding it. So if this resolves, then he doesn't have a counter spell because uh, okay, that's fine. But still pretty good. So we're gonna get time walked here. No, yeah. So we get time walked here because he's just gonna bounce and swing. But um, okay. Well, one of the cards he has is snap, and so that's like that's it. But yeah, Blight Widow here will be really. Another thing that kind of went wrong in this match is just the fact that our star was so. Um, the earlier a lot of times you get just as if you have multiple. Uh, Although some of the more control heavy Delver decks, the more inclined to tap out are naturally easier to play against. That's not going to do anything. Alright, so we lose this one. We will concede sideboard here. No, because these are all just worse. Alright, so we'll just submit this for another game, see how it goes. Maybe we can draw. Oh man. Alright, not getting lands today. Alright, and this is pretty good, I think. Daze makes this whole deck harder to play against them because uh, arrows on turn. Then again, if he does have a Daze, he's probably just going to use it. Uh, I don't know. Usually the okay, so here we just the next turn. I think we'll just play the Wall of Roots and the Glimmer Post, and then the turn after. Well, it's really going to depend on our draw. If we draw another threat, then it's better probably to just play the arrows. Otherwise, for 2 days. this match. They're just going to attack and get blocked. Um, okay, so from here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could just pass and wait till they have more mana. Because if we have 8, we could play Arrows and Blight Widow in a turn, and it makes it unlikely. Well, no, because we have 8, we just want to play Crusher. So we'll just play them in order of least importance. Probably with the Arrows being least. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. Now we can play the Spider. Yeah, I guess we play the Spider. Just want the Blight Widow to work once. I will be happy. But I mean, uh, even more important, the block than the Spider, and the fact that it replaces itself when it dies doesn't mean as much against him. I mean, I guess maybe it does because he has 2 bears out, but right. Yeah, so here we just have to get rid of the Crusher. Solve the Blight Widow next turn. So, and we'll cycle. Oh well. And actually, well, yeah, that wouldn't. Right, that's kind of good. This pretty much lets us go 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's no point in attacking and trading here. So pretty much this game now relies just on us drawing more threats than he can handle. Because our board position is pretty solid. I mean, have a counter spell for the Blight Widow, and that's the only way he's going to get rid of that. So it's pretty problematic, and a 2-for-1's in that best. I think Blight Widow is actually a pretty strong. I've said this a bunch of times already, I think, but because a lot of the times, if I like one spider and he's full, he ends up just beating you down. So having another guy with reach already is huge, and then uh, adding the effect on top of that actually makes it pretty good. I mean, just having another guy with reach is good because it's harder for him to outnumber you with flyers. But then the fact that he can like kill off the flyers or make it a 0-2 flyer, uh, basically acting like a removal spell if they attack into it, makes it really hard for him to break through. But the same thing holds true in the white weenie matchup when they don't open with 3 Suture Priests. Yeah, I think we're in really good shape. Um, there's really not much you can. That's fine. So he would also need like a piracy charm, or just leave another counterspell open. 4, 5. We also have 10 mana available. So I mean, if we draw like a herd or maybe another Blight Widow or a spider, uh, it's going to put a lot of pressure on him too. It's likely that. Oh, that's not good. Not really sure what he's. All right, that works out pretty well. Um, so I think we just play the Blight Widow, and then we play the herd. This falls apart if he has like days and another counterspell, but he's gonna not go for it. All right. Well, I'm not really sure why he's attacking with the bears. Um, because they're much more problematic. Just staying back as a blocker. Um, staying back as a blocker for the herd. I think we just take. He might have a ninja or something, but yeah. So he has a ninja. But it's not too big of a deal because it's just never going to get through. And we can so really good. And 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could play the herd. How many summons? I guess it's better to just put these guys out. They will trade with all of. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll just play him. And at this point too, we could also attack with the herd. Does trade. If he trades 2 bears for it, it's just more sentinels that are gonna get through next turn. Yeah, that's fine. And then we have one. All right, well, we have to leave these guys at 3. Guess we'll just attack with everything. There's really no way for him. We could play the herd or the blight widow. I think we should play the herd. I think we're pretty far ahead on board now. It's going to be tough for him to end up blocking all the damage we're pushing for. So, all right. Let's see. Block. Um, Worked out well. So that's pretty much how the matches that do go well for this deck work, where you just put enough on the board that they can't possibly deal with it all. Because the thing to keep in mind is that blue uh, also has a pretty tough time dealing, especially the Delver decks have a tough time dealing with things on the board. So if you are able to get just anything by counter magic, you're usually able to do a significant amount of damage with it or and whatnot. But that being said, we'll go to game 3. Hopefully it goes well. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, I guess we have to keep this. Soon. Though if we get a forest, it'd be next turn, because then we get back on curve with Blight Widows and all that fun stuff. Forest. All right, so we can't do anything. On the other hand, if we do, we possibly won't, assuming it doesn't get countered, which is pretty. We'll see. Nice. Battle. It's also going to be much more important, I think, of the Blight Widow here. I think. Well, I guess it was probably also better to battle once first, because this way he won't. That was a misplay. I probably should have played the battle once first. He, not knowing that we had a cloud post to give us more mana than we could ever. Delver did not flip. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we just play the arrows. Because if it resolves, we're able to kill the Delver and then kill the bears and stuff. Um, Blight Widow would also be good. Um, I mean, I guess it's close. Yeah, we'll play the arrows first. I think Blight Widow is probably a little better, just because it's in there for the long run instead of 3 pops. But we'll see what happens. All right, so that resolves. We will play the battlement. We might actually get there. We're also going to kill the Delver at the end of the turn, because there's no reason to let that flip. Right, that's fine. Alright, so if he did not, well, pressure here, but counterspell should, I think, we could play the Blight. It basically all hinges on this. Maybe. I think so, right? Um, yeah, and then Nick, well, yeah, I don't, there's no other way out of this. Alright, so that was that. We're gonna lose this game, regardless of. But even so, I think it was a would it be multi 5 or 6? I don't know. It's a pretty close matchup. Uh, just our next. Other arrows would have been really good. Uh, so that's basically the deck versus Delver. Pretty much how it operates. It's a pretty good matchup. It's pretty close. Uh, I just want to. This will be the last match. I just want to go back and uh, just review the deck and maybe some observations from the games we played and whatnot before wrapping it up. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.